Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone! First, I would like to say thank you for taking the time to view my presentation. Let me introduce myself. I'm Nadifa Zahra, a tax administration student at University of Indonesia. In this presentation, I would like to present how many tax reporting methods that we can choose. So, without any further ado, let's get started! Here's 3 ways to report tax return that you can choose in Indonesia. Next, the first way that we can do is by visiting the tax office. As you can see in this slide, there is a picture of tax office named KPP Pratama Pontianak. For submission in this way, the taxpayer must come with an SPD report that has been filled in according the tax reporting method. This SPD report must be received by the tax officer, and the taxpayer will get proof of a handover of the tax report. This proof of a handover should not be lost, because at any time it could be needed by you or the tax office. Next, second is submission by post or expedition. If you are busy and cannot report your tax report directly to the tax office, then you can do it by post or expedition, like Post Indonesia, JNE Express, and JNT Express. Submission in this tax report will be directed to the tax office, where we can register to get a taxpayer identification number. This postal reporting is done by sending your SPD via sealed envelope. The envelope must also contain an information sheet with the name of the taxpayer, taxpayer identification number, tax year, status of annual tax return, zero or underpaid or overpaid, type of SPD, annual SPD or annual revision SPD, telephone number, statement, and signature of taxpayer, proof of delivery and receipt of existing letters, which will serve as proof of handover of tax report. Actually, this method can be done if the online motorcycle taxi can show proof of appointment from the taxpayer. Evidence of appointment must contain appointment to online motorcycle taxi partner to submit SPD to tax office. Receive return SPD file and resubmit SPD to the taxpayer in case the SPD is declared incomplete by tax office, as well as submit proof of receipt of letters from the tax office to taxpayer in the event that the SPD is declared complete. But if the submission process via an online motorcycle taxi is complete, is incomplete, the tax office will not accept it. Next, in third, we can do online tax reporting via e-filing. If the two methods that I described earlier are very complex and time-consuming, then this last method will likely make it very easy for you. Technological development have supported online tax reporting for now. The reporting method is straightforward and doesn't take much time. First step for the taxpayer is get taxpayer identification number or AVIN at the tax office. First thing first, you can access the online pajak application. After getting AVIN, the taxpayer only needs to register on the djponline.pajak.go.id to be able to report the SPD online. Second, enter the e-filing feature. Answer several questions before entering SPD, such as: are you running a business or self-employed? Are you a husband or wife who has separation tax obligation or segregation of asset? Is your gross income for a year less than 60 million rupiah? That question must be answered to determine which type of SPD is right for you, whether it's 1770S or 1770SS form. Or you can upload supporting CSV files and PDF files or calculate directly or use the auto calculate feature. After that, you can click report and download electronic receipt or BPE. Next, there is sanction for late tax reporting. First, for VAT period tax return, you have to pay the amount 500,000 rupees. Second, other period tax return, you have to pay the amount 100,000 rupees. Third, personal income tax annual tax return, you have to pay the amount 100 rupees. 100,000 rupees. Third, for personal income tax annual tax return, you have to pay the amount 100,000 rupees. And fourth, for annual corporate income tax return, you have to pay the amount 1 million rupees. In conclusion, that there are many ways we can do to report our tax. So from now on, don't be lazy to report and pay taxes. Thank you for listening. May all those I have shared be beneficial for us. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.